Hi, my name is Kristen Fusaro-Pizzo, and I've been an English teacher for 12 years. This year, as a project with my sophomore students, I decided to try class blogging. I was inspired by Alan November's book, Who Owns the Learning, and his chapter about student as scribe. So, the project for the course of the year was that each student was responsible for writing one blog each day. So, the rotation would work approximately every 6 to 7 weeks, depending upon school holidays and different functions. And the lessons for each day would be posted online in the class blog according to the student's perspective, with the student's notes, the student's insights, and often the student would also take pictures of the activities that were going on. And this has been really effective because the students not only use the blog as a place to go study, but it's also great if a student has been absent from class, they can go to the blog and see what's going on. And more so, it's created student empowerment with their voice because they've moved into a place of digital citizenship. They are aware that their blog is not just for me. I'm not the only audience member. Their classmates aren't the only audience member, but in fact, the blog is being viewed by people all over the world. And potentially it'll be their online portfolio. And I teach them about digital citizenship and how this becomes a digital footprint, something that they could use when they're ready to apply for colleges and jobs because they could demonstrate that they've been actively involved for years already because this is only their sophomore year of high school and they could demonstrate that they have contributed to content and grew something from the very beginning. And my goal is to hopefully expand this to future classes and train other teachers about the power that this has created because it goes beyond the blog itself, but the actual management of the blog. The students have become really empowered by as well, which is not something I expected. Honestly, I expected to manage the blog myself, but the students took onus and ownership over that themselves. So, how it starts is that I have a list of the students' names in a private Google Drive file that's shared only amongst the class. And what the students have done is one particular student has taken it over and managed it so that he creates dates for each of the students so they know exactly which day they are responsible to write the blog. And then more so on the day that the blog is due, he'll remind them in the beginning of class, like, hey, don't forget you're the blogger for today. So make sure you get that blog posted and make sure you take the notes really well for today. And there's another student who backs him up just in case he's absent. So they just took it over themselves, really moving from dependent to independent learners, demonstrating that they want to take this onus and ownership. And as far as my role, once a week, I will go into the blogs and read through them. And because I want to affirm the idea of a growth mindset and mastery understanding and mastery learning is if a blog I feel is not what it should be, I will have a conversation with the student the next day. The next day after I read the blog, like I said, I read them once a week, and I'll let the student know, hey, listen, I thought you did this really, really well, but this area I would like to see you improve in your writing. And I have that conversation in that conference first so that the student has the opportunity to go back and revise. And he or she can revise as often as he or she would like to continuously improve that blog. And when they do, they just let me know, say, hey, Miss Fusaro, please go check it out. I fixed the blog, no problem. And it becomes manageable for me as an educator too, because I'm only looking at 5 maximum blogs per week. So it's easy for me to have those writing conferences with that student because it's not overwhelming for me as a teacher with stacks of paper. So I've been able to manage it and have really meaningful conversations and timely feedback that I can offer the students because of the way it's been working. And it just works so well overall. And the great place is that it lives there on this blog now that all my students, all their hard work will live there for, as long as we have the internet. So they can continue to use that as they're building their portfolios. And I'm really looking forward to expanding this project and bringing it outside of the school and hopefully training other teachers about it too.
Hi, my name is George Baslous, and I'm part of Miss Fusara's 7th period sophomore English class. So what we do in class is we have a blogging system, as you can see here on this Google Sheets. And what my responsibility is I have a list of all the students from the class and along with their blogger number here. And every day I change the or add a new date where the blogger is supposed to be blogging. So then in class, I would let them know that I guess they need to take like good notes for the day so that they can come here on blogger.com. And for instance, let's just view this blog. So you just the blog is they just write the aim and the do now and basically explain what we did in class. So in this blog on this day, well, we read a scene from Macbeth and we answered some questions here. So I guess the point of the blog is mainly so that if anyone's absent, they're still caught up with the lessons and they don't like fall behind the rest of the class. So I feel like this responsibility really helps me grow and really lets my classmates know when they're blogging so that they don't like panic, I guess. And I really feel like more teachers should implement this idea into their classes.
My name is Sarah Fief, and I am a sophomore at Staten Island Technical High School, and I'll be graduating in the year 2021. The blogs we do in Miss Fusaro's class are extremely helpful to me, not only because they provide me with other students' perspectives on a lesson, but they also help me to study and review old material. The blogs contain really important information on the lessons we do, like focus questions and analyze text, which are really good things to review for tests, projects, essays, anything really. And they also help students who are absent on the day of a lesson because it allows them to see what materials they miss, catch up on those materials, do practice questions. It's a really good tool to use. Whenever I need to review for an exam or a test, I just go on the blogger website and I look at my classmates' blogs for any day. So basically, it's really easy. You go on the blogger website, like I said, and everyone's blogs just pop up and they go all the way back to the first blog, which is really, really convenient. So you can just click on anyone's blogs and you see it's very, very detailed. There's focus questions, there is the aim, there's starting activities, which are really good to review. And it also has the answers. So like I said, if you were absent that day, you get to see what the answer was, you get to review, compare with yourself. And for example, when I was studying for my Macbeth test on Acts 1 to 3, there were a lot of acts, obviously, and I didn't know all of the material or I didn't remember all of the material. So I got to refresh my memory with the blogs, and it helped me to remember earlier parts of the play. And I got to use practice problems and do challenging questions, which was really, really helpful. And the blogs are a really unique way to allow students to view old topics and do questions and just review overall. And I really hope other classrooms worldwide take this up because it's a really fun way to allow students to learn as well as teach other students what we're doing in the classroom.
Hello, my name is Thami Hamzane. I'm in class, I think I'm a sophomore. I go to Staten Island Technical High School. I'm in Miss Fusaro's English class, um, 7th period. And this is how we go ahead and upload our blogs in our English class. So first, if we just go to blogger.com, where we have everything, and then I go under my email. Here you'll see, this is what we see for like the back end of blog, our blog website. So if we want to make a new post, then we can just click new post. And then over here, you can type in everything you want, like uh, Macbeth lesson 2 today. In my class, we did dot 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 dot. You can do really cool things like insert images, or if you have video, you can put in a video, and even, put in little smiley faces too if you want, which is my favorite part. And in order to view these, in order to view these, you can just go onto view blog, And this is the thing that everybody sees when they go onto our blog website. Here you can see this. Just down here is the blog that I just did. You see I put in pictures and important lines from our lessons. You can also link your lesson to other websites. So for this lesson particularly, we used flipgrid.com to make little videos of us talking about the book. That's how we go ahead and make our blogs. Yeah.
My name is Richard Chen. I am a sophomore and I'm going to graduate in the year of 2021. And student blogging is a way for students to review what we learned in our classroom, and each blog gives detailed explanation about some of the things we learned in class. As well as this, people from the outside world, outside of the class, for example, people that might not be in Staten Island Tech, they can enjoy watching what we do every day by following our blogs, and this empowers us tech students.
Hi, my name is Kailey Christensen. I'm in the 10th grade and I'm graduating class of 2021. The thing that I like the most about student blogging is that if you're absent, you can go back and look at the notes from the day that you missed. Also, when it comes time to study for a test, you can go back and review the notes, and the notes are very detailed. Also, most times they're easier to understand because they're written by a fellow student. I feel that student blogging empowers my voice as a student because it allows me to put my own perspective on the lesson. Also, it allows me to share my thoughts on the topic.